According to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, creepy Uncle Joe Biden's popularity rating has slipped because of,
racism?
Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I want to give a real quick shout out to today's sponsor, Virtual Shield VPN. And the reason I promote it, guys, is because I use it every single day and I know that it works and I've proven it in videos in the past. If you use the link in the description, you're going to get 50% off, and that's going to help you protect your identity, your activity, and your location anytime you're surfing on the net. That link is in the description below.
When you're dealing with politics, which is the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people like you and me into accepting and demanding the chains of our own enslavement. This is super interesting. So this was earlier today. It says, breaking, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claims President Biden's dismal approval ratings are, quote, a product of white supremacy. So the reason his ratings are dropping through the floor is because of racism. And he's a white guy. These numbers further demonstrate, according to AOC, that the vast majority of white people still carry the mindset of the Confederacy. And then you have this right here, reported by The Hill. Gosar's sister labels lawmaker a sociopath for Ocasio-Cortez Biden tweet. So the sister of this Arizona representative said Tuesday that other lawmakers do not hold her brother accountable after he tweeted a video earlier this week that depicted violence against Representative Ocasio-Cortez and President Biden. Quote, I have proximity to this sociopath who has been elected from a very gerrymandered district. There is no other way that someone like Paul wins. Without that, he is incompetent. It's obvious, says his sister. So you got the sister of this guy who's a representative coming out against him because it sounds like she doesn't like what he said about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Although I wish I could find the actual tweet. I want to see what... Let's see. The White House has condemned the video. Let's see. I have not seen this tweet yet. Gosar's controversial tweet featured an animated video. Let me see if I can find that.
Representative Paul Gosar tweeted a photoshopped animated video on Sunday that shows a likeness of him striking Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and running at President Biden while armed with two swords, sparking outrage from Twitter users who said keeping the post up violates the social media platform's rules. The Arizona Republican tweeted out the video with the caption, quote, any anime fans out there, the 1 minute and 32-second long video with special anime-like effects and music opens the scenes of immigrants at the U.S.-Mexico border with text caption, quote, drugs, crime, poverty, money, gangs, violence, and trafficking.
So the sister of this representative comes out and speaks against her brother and says, hey, people do not hold this guy accountable. Does anybody substantively hold any politician accountable ever for anything? The answer is no. They have all these judiciary hearings and all this kind of stuff, but nothing ever comes from it. Nobody ever goes to the jail. Nobody loses their job. They don't lose their tenure. They don't institute, policies to keep all these politicians at bay. Gosar has been widely condemned since he tweeted an animated video on Monday depicting himself and other Republicans as warriors fighting against Democrats, interspersed with footage of migrants arriving at the U.S. southern border. The video features characters from the Japanese-style anime series, their faces replaced with pictures of Gosar, or however you say his last name, and two other conservative firebrands, Lauren Boebert, real winner, Marjorie Taylor Greene, oh yeah. It's like they put these people in here just to continue to foment division. That's all they're... All Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene are in there to do is to completely cement the left versus right paradigm lie. Who bound around with various weapons. In one scene, Gosar's character executes another character doctored to depict Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez by striking her in the back of the neck with a sword. It's all just completely meaningless. I'm sure it was a very entertaining video. I haven't seen it. And another Gosar confronts Biden head-on with two swords drawn. Speaker Nancy Pelosi earlier Tuesday called for a criminal and ethics investigation into Gosars over the post. Threats of violence against members of Congress and the President of the United States must not be tolerated. Now, we can threaten you guys. The President of the United States can create a mandate scenario where you have to quit your job or bow down at the altar of Jabbo. But when anybody makes any kind, we can threaten you. But when anybody comes at our guy or one of us, oh, some heads are going to roll. You can be sure of it. We'll send the FBI out there. They'll do our bidding. They won't do your bidding. As we're surrounded by a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week security detail while they try to take our guns away. Twitter has flagged Gosar's tweet, citing it for violating its rules about hateful conduct, but the post has remained up, with the platform determining it may be in the public interest for it to remain accessible. That's interesting.
Hey guys, we know with the way things have been going, it can get really interesting really quick. So make sure you and your family have a long-term storable food supply. Support the channel and get $50 off with my link in the description while you still can.